Argumentative text. What is a strong opinion that you have? Have you ever tried to convince somebody else of that argument? How did you do that? Argumentative text is text in which the writer develops and defends a position in writing. They may also debate a topic by giving supporting evidence on both sides of the argument. Some types of argumentative texts include opinion essays, editorials, advertisements, speeches, and reviews. Some of the examples of different words that are used in argumentative text include clearly, always, worse, best, better, easiest, and never, stronger, faster, etc. To think about how an author supports their claim in an argumentative text, we can look at characteristics of other nonfiction texts. We can look at the structures and the patterns, the print and graphic features, their supporting evidence, the anecdote, which is a quick story that gets straight to the point, a hyperbole, and stereotyping. A claim is an opinion or position on a topic or issue. To identify the claim of an argumentative text, you can preview and read the text to determine the topic or the issue that's being presented. You can pay close special attention to the introduction. You can look for evidence throughout the text that the author provides to help convince you and support their opinion. And you can see if the claim is restated or reinforced in the conclusion. So let's read, think, and discuss. So here I want you to pause the video and I want you to read this information here, and I want you to think about the author's claim. Remember that it's their position or opinion about a certain topic or issue. So again, go ahead and pause this, read through, and you are looking for the claim. What is the author claiming? What is their position or their opinion on the topic? An author can provide multiple types of evidence to support the claim that he or she's making. So you make your claim and then you support it by giving facts, example, data and statistics, observation, personal experience or anecdotes, interviews with experts or research. Remember, the evidence is the specific details that the author includes to support his or her idea. All right, so here we're going to read through this again. And this time we're looking for the evidence. So the author made a claim and then they're going to give you information that supports that claim. So go ahead, pause, and look for that evidence. Sometimes authors might use evidence that seem to go against their claim or position. This is called a counter-argument. It helps the reader to see the positivity in their claim and the negativity of the opposite viewpoint. So why do you think authors might include this type of evidence? How does this affect their main goal of persuading you or convincing you? So here, we're going to read through this again, and this time, when you pause it, I want you thinking about the counter argument. Does the author use any evidence that goes against their claim? When reading argumentative text, it's important to determine who the intended audience is. Who's the author speaking to, or who are they trying to convince? The audience is the intended target group for the message the author is trying to communicate. You can determine the audience by seeing if the author directly states the audience, thinking about who might be most affected by this issue, or making inferences based on the author's word choice and their language. So here, again, we have our passage. We're going to pause and read it, and we are looking for the intended audience. Who is the author hoping to convince or give information to? Remember, you can determine the audience by looking for these things here. So go ahead and pause and look for who is the intended audience.